Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the golf world lately, and trust me, it's a doozy. So, Bryson DeChambeau, the guy who's basically become a household name in golf, is making some pretty bold statements about his future and the future of LIV Golf. But here's the kicker, it's not just about where he'll play next. It's about the bigger picture, the politics, and the future of golf as we know it. Personally, I think this is where things get really interesting, because DeChambeau isn't just talking about himself, he's talking about the entire ecosystem of professional golf. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, DeChambeau's move to LIV Golf back in 2022. At the time, it felt like a seismic shift. Here's a two-time major champion, a guy who's known for his insane power and scientific approach to the game, jumping ship to a league that was, let's be honest, controversial. But what many people don't realize is that DeChambeau's move wasn't just about the money. It was about freedom, about trying something new, and about challenging the status quo. From my perspective, that's what makes him such a fascinating figure in golf today. Now, fast forward to now, and DeChambeau is saying he wants to play on both the PGA Tour and LIV Golf. Wait, what? Isn't that the equivalent of wanting to have your cake and eat it too? Well, yeah, kind of. But here's the thing, DeChambeau isn't just being greedy. He's making a statement about the future of golf. He's saying, why can't we have the best of both worlds? And honestly, that's a question worth asking. If you take a step back and think about it, the idea of players competing across both tours could actually be a win-win for fans, for sponsors, and for the sport itself. But here's where it gets tricky. DeChambeau burned some serious bridges when he left the PGA Tour. He sued them, he rejected their offer to return earlier this year, it's not exactly a recipe for reconciliation. So, when he says he's 100% sure of LIV Golf's future, I can't help but raise an eyebrow. Sure, LIV has secured new investment for 2027 and beyond, but let's be real, it's not going to be the same. The purses will likely drop, the number of events will decrease, and the league will have to reinvent itself. What this really suggests is that LIV's future is far from certain, and DeChambeau's confidence might be more about hope than reality. What makes this really interesting is the broader trend it's part of. Golf is at a crossroads right now. You've got the traditional PGA Tour, which has been the gold standard for decades, and then you've got LIV Golf, which is shaking things up with its big money and team format. But here's the thing, fans just want to see the best players compete. They don't care about the politics or the behind-the-scenes drama. They just want to see DeChambeau, Rahm, McIlroy, and the rest going head-to-head. So, when DeChambeau says he wants to play on both tours, he's tapping into something bigger, the idea that golf should be about the players and the fans, not about the politics. One thing that immediately stands out is DeChambeau's evolution as a public figure. Since joining LIV, he's become a content creator, a YouTuber, and a personality in his own right. This isn't just a golfer anymore, this is a brand. And that brand is all about pushing boundaries, whether it's with his swing speed, his equipment, or his career choices. In my opinion, that's what makes him such a polarizing figure. You either love him or you hate him, but you can't ignore him. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, it leaves us with a lot of questions. Will the PGA Tour ever let DeChambeau back? Can LIV Golf really survive long-term without Saudi funding? And most importantly, what does the future of golf look like? Personally, I think we're in for a wild ride. The sport is changing, and DeChambeau is right at the center of it. Whether you agree with his choices or not, you've got to admit, he's making things interesting. As I wrap this up, I'm left with one big thought. What if DeChambeau's vision actually becomes a reality? What if players really could compete on both tours? It's a bold idea, but it's not impossible. And if it happens, it could change golf forever. So, here's my question to you, do you think golf is ready for that kind of future? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Because one thing's for sure, this is a story that's far from over.